Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our all-company meeting. We will be presenting our 2020 Horizon Award. Before that, I am going to kick it off to Jeff Tolkien to open us up with some comments.
Thanks, Lauren. You know, if you listen or read the news, there's so much negativity. COVID. But as we wrote in our Thanksgiving message, Brad and I are extremely grateful and optimistic. Grateful for you, an incredible team. The month of November was the month of thanks, and we reiterate that message. Thank you to every one of you. For Cyber Week, you pulled together and delivered a remarkable experience. Product bought the product, marketing worked overtime to get the message out, IT got advanced deposit refined so it's bookable online, care and service departments processed bookings, a wonderful achievement. As we look forward with all the negativity out there is a lot of reason for optimism. The COVID vaccines are coming very, very soon. Today, the first person in the United Kingdom became the first person in a non-test group to get the vaccine. And it's only a matter of time, and there are multiple vaccines. The cruise lines continue to cancel bookings, but they're now focused on what relaunch looks like. And at WTH, as you all know, we planned for a July 1 restart. So while these cancellations may have taken others by surprise, they did not take us by surprise. We planned for it, we're ready for it, and frankly, the restart probably will occur before we had anticipated. So on behalf of Brad, I just want to say thank you. We will have a better year in 21 and beyond and come out of this even stronger than when we went into it. With that, I'll turn it over to Lauren.
Thank you, Jeff. I can't think of a better way to wrap up our month of thanks than giving out our Horizon Award. As you all know, we give out this prestigious award every year in memory of Greg Davis, who was a former company president that tragically died in a biking accident almost 20 years ago now in 2001. This award recognizes employees who inspire us with their dedication, exemplify our core values, show next level commitment to their work, and leave a lasting impression on our organization. This year we paused a little bit when we were going out with our communications to talk about or to ask all of you for your nominations for the Horizon Award. And we thought about the fact that in 2020, so many people have given discretionary effort. I'm positive that everyone who's joined us today on this call can count themselves in that bucket of people giving that discretionary effort that we've seen so many extraordinary examples of over this year. So we thought, is it fair to give out a Horizon Award, or how would we give out a Horizon Award? Should we look at this differently? And then as I thought about it and got feedback from peers, it became really apparent in the fact that there's no more important time to give out a Horizon Award than this year. So I want to echo Jeff's thanks to everyone, and basically say, even though we're going to be recognizing a winner of the Horizon Award this year, I think everyone on this call, as Brad and Jeff have echoed their sentiments so many times, recognize the discretionary effort that the team's put in and continues to put in. As you know, submissions for the Horizon Award are submitted by all of you, and they're reviewed by a committee comprised primarily of former Horizon Award winners. While I don't personally vote on submissions, I've overseen and coordinated the process for many years, and I've witnessed firsthand how difficult it is to choose a winner. This year was no different. This year, though, there were two nominees who stood out. I can't tell you how excited I am to present the first one to someone I personally count on every day, and that person is Angie Ranck. When she coordinated this meeting today, as she does for most of our company-wide meetings, little did she know that she was planning her own party. And Angie, you can turn on your camera at any point in time, either now or when I'm done. She's shocked. So I wrote Angie an email recently where I shared with her how easy it is to work with her and how much I appreciate that. And I know it sounds like something so simple, but it's a quality that not everyone has. And Angie, you have it in spades. Angie's a great listener. She's someone who approaches projects with an open mind and always follows up on the details. If you give something to Angie, you know she has it. She's going to get it done. You don't have to give it another thought. There was never a year where communication was more pivotal than in 2020. So I'm going to read a quote right now from her nomination. And this is what it said in regards to communication in 2020. When everything went crazy this year, we already had a plan and structure to follow for crisis communications. Angie didn't just stick to that, though. She recognized the need for flexibility and adjusted to meet the needs of the business. For example, the level of detail and type of information in our communications expanded. She recognized the need for new distribution lists, included our more distant business units into the process, including WTH UK. She led the team in building out resources for people across the entire company, such as reopening guides, healthy and safety resource guides, resume date charts, impact timelines, things that have been used on our consumer websites, behind the scenes by our sales and service agents across the board. She led the communications team in building out these resources. And the team worked late into the nights and had to stay informed not only about what was going on within the company, but also within the industry, nationally and globally. Angie is the one that made sure we were answering the needs of all of our stakeholders, from executives to franchisees to travel pros to even our furloughed employees. Angie would be the first one to tell you that it's a team effort, and it absolutely is. She has an amazing team, and I know Solange and Rachel are cheering for her the loudest right now. I think this highlights one of her other great qualities, which is leadership. Angie leads in a quiet way. Bull in a China shop is not her style, but she empowers those around her, whether it's her team or her peers. She never complains. She's very calm under pressure. And before I close this out, I am going to read one more quote from her nomination, which I think really exemplifies the work that Angie's done in this last year. And here it is. She's not only worked on communications for employees, but also those that are furloughed. Think about all the times that you've seen Facebook posts, LinkedIn comments, etc., from former employees who still speak so highly about WTH. A huge part of that is due to Angie's ability to communicate not just the message, but the sentiment. If there is one thing that we are not lacking at this company, it's transparency. Angie has been a huge driver in making sure we keep people informed about not only what's going on in our industry, but also within the company. She is not only all these things, but she is an amazing boss and coworker. She is often the person who brings teams together, whether it just be within HR or supporting other teams with communications. I know that you're all muted, but please join me in congratulating Angie Ranck as one of this year's Horizon Award winners. Congratulations, Angie.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Okay. My heart just sank when you said we have two. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I not know about this? Who's the other person? Do we have them on the call? I mean, oh my goodness. So I'm completely in shock, if you could have seen my face when I was off camera. So I can't wait to go back and probably read everything that you just said, because I don't even know if I heard it all. I'm just so honored and excited and still in shock. And like you said, I do want to thank my team as well, because they're just awesome, and I couldn't be more blessed than to have Rachel and Solange as part of my team. And it definitely is a team effort, but thank you so much. It was such a great surprise.
Congratulations, Angie. Now I'm going to tear up. I am going to turn it over actually to April Rose, if you can turn your camera on, to present our other Horizon Award winner for 2020.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, your audio is great.
Awesome. Awesome. I am so honored to be able to present our second Horizon Award winner today. And I'm very proud to say that this winner is part of the customer care team. Yay! Okay, Blake Robert Green has been with WTH over 20 years, holding a variety of customer positions. Customer care is stronger as a result of his contributions over the years and each and every day. Blake has many talents. He has never been rattled, ever, not even with the most difficult customer or situation. He has an amazing ability to take big problems and break them down into little chunks until the problem is resolved. I have never, ever one time see him lose his composure. Now, personally, if his wife gives him a list for the grocery store, he's lost. He wanders cluelessly through that store, seeking assistance and getting help from other shoppers to fill his wife's grocery list. He prefers to rake leaves and shovel mountains of snow with Sasquatch, the name he affectionately calls his son, and his best friend Remy, his golden retriever. Although Remy prefers to eat all the Post-it notes where Blake keeps those very secret passwords over playing in the snow. Blake is $1 million man, not just because he is such an asset to WTH, but because he literally has saved WTH over $1 million in potential errors and lost customers this year alone. Just one of the many examples that I can share of errors he has provided to prevent WTH with spent money is the work that he did with a large batch of Norwegian bookings. The request to submit a refund on a global suspended sailing was never completed. And at discovery, it was well past the time eligible for this request. Blake was able to reduce this list of hundreds of folks seeking out refund to less than 30. He used his superior customer resolution skills to show these customers that the future cruise certificate was a better option, and in many cases actually rebooked these customers. With that, I'd like to share a few pieces from the nominations that he received. This first one is from a WTH employee who works in a department outside of customer care. And to me, a nomination from someone outside of his circle is an incredible nod to the remarkable experience Blake provides to everyone, not just customers and agents. So here you go, Blake. Whether it is on behalf of our customers or on behalf of our internal agents, day in and day out, Blake Green is someone who always delivers a remarkable experience. He genuinely recognizes that every trip we sell, from a 3-night getaway cruise to a 2-week over-the-water bungalow in Bora Bora, may be someone's once-in-a-lifetime dream vacation. It's not easy to judge great customer service until you need great customer service. And for any of our guests who have ever found themselves in an unfortunate predicament, pre or post-travel or even on trip, Blake has consistently gone above and beyond to assist them in not only getting our guests what WTH promised them, but ensuring that our cruise partners and land suppliers provide what they have also promised our guests. Blake is essentially our Mariano Riviera, and we would not have all of our rings we do today without him. And I understand that that gentleman is some sort of a sport person, maybe ice hockey, I don't know. Blake, I'm sure you know who this is. Okay, here's what a direct report of yours had to say. It is easy for Blake to deliver a remarkable experience because he takes care to go out of his way and help guide others whenever possible. When guiding us, he wants us to keep on a path of what is fair and right. He makes sure we understand that ultimately our customers are what is important, not who is right, or who is. Blake, I'm so proud of you, and I am so proud to say that you are a 2020 Horizon Award winner. Congratulations. Yay! Do you have anything you want to say? I know we caught you off guard.
Yeah, I'm not a big talker, but thanks. Everyone deserves an award, not just myself. But more importantly, I don't think any of us would be on this phone call if it wasn't for Jeff and Brad. This has been a tough year for everybody, and them in particular, I can imagine. So thank you guys more than anybody else for everything that you guys do.
Thank you, Blake.
Congratulations, Blake. So proud of you. Both of our Horizon Award winners this year will receive awards, which normally we try and give out in person, but 2020. So I will mail them to your homes, and then you will both receive a reward trip just in time for travel starting back up again. And I'm sure Blake and Angie, you're as anxious as anyone on this call to get out of Dodge and start doing, you know, what we love in this company, which is broadening our horizons through travel. So super excited to help you guys plan what your dream vacations are, and get the reward that comes along with this award. And before we shift to drawing names for the Make-A-Wish agenda, Make-A-Wish baskets, I just want to say again, congratulations to both of you. And I know everyone's on mute, but you can bet that everyone at home is echoing that sentiment and cheering for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
With that, I am going to pass it off to Brad Token for some closing statements.
Well, first I want to educate April. It was a baseball player, and it's understandable why a lifelong Red Sox fan would conveniently forget a Yankee that tortured the Red Sox for 15 plus years. So April, just put that in your database. Help is on the way. Dr. Fauci said this twice in the last 2 weeks. One of the days, coincidentally, on the same day that the president-elect used this phrase. And what Dr. Fauci was talking about was vaccines. And as Jeff said early this morning, vaccines were being administered to the general population in the United Kingdom. And this Thursday, just 2 days from today, the US government, our government, will approve a vaccine. And the US has already received and distributed to hospital facilities 46,800 vaccines that they intend to use for frontline workers and others that need it most just in the month of December. As I said before, the president-elect also used this expression. Help is on the way. And he said this last week when he introduced his economic team. And what he was referring to is that he will work with Congress to pass a new stimulus bill. And there's every reason to believe that a stimulus bill might be passed before Biden is inaugurated. And this stimulus bill will get more people back to work, which in turn will put more money in the consumer's pocket, which in turn will lead to more travel. The stock market is at an all-time high. No one would have thunk this back in March. And while most of our consumers don't have a lot of discretionary income in the equity markets, many do have their retirement incomes there. And people hold off spending money when they see this going down. Unused vacation time is at an all-time high, as many people took advantage of company policies to carry over vacation days from 2020 to the future. 25% of the business we booked in November went to 2022. This is unheard of for this time of year. It validates our opinion that this industry will be super robust on the other side of this tragedy. This is roughly 3 times what we booked in November 2019, pre-COVID-19, to depart in 2021. More good news. 15 new cruise ships are scheduled for delivery in 2021 by this time next year. So let me share with you Angie-like detail. Viking Venus, another ocean-going ship for Viking. The Carnival Mardi Gras, the largest ship Carnival has ever built. Royal Caribbean Odyssey of the Seas, a Quantum-class ship. Princess Cruises, Discovery Princess. MSC has 2 ships, Virtuosa and Seashore. The Seashore will be leaving from the United States to the Caribbean. The first ever Ritz-Carlton ship. A second Virgin Voyages ship called the Valiant Lady. Holland America is bringing back the name Rotterdam, and they have a new ship. Silver Seas with the Silver Seas Dawn. Seabourn Venture. Crystal Endeavor. The boutique line Sea Cloud has their first new ship in years called the Spirit. And rounding out the 15 ships, numbers 14 and 15, are 2 brands from Carnival that most of you might not be familiar with, AIDA, the German brand, and Costa, the Italian brand. As Jeff Tolkien alluded to, and David Crook shared with the leadership team at WTH, that over Cyber Week, our organization was either above the average for our competition or at the top. This confirms what Jeff and I have been telling you. We have made some very difficult decisions. So many of you have made sacrifices for which we are incredibly appreciative. But what it has allowed us to do is put the company in a position not only to survive, but to thrive. We have the resources to outmarket our competition when the appropriate signs are there, like they were for Cyber Week. Finally, another congratulations to both Angie and Blake. And as Blake said, they are just 2 of many examples why we are guaranteed to win. Our differential is delivering a remarkable experience. And a big thank you and virtual hug to all of you. May you and your families be blessed with a joyous and healthy holiday season. Back to you, Lauren.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you, Brad. That was great. Have a great day, everyone.